In the video, I'm going to give you my first impressions of the NNormal Kjerag 2. So it gains 2.5 millimeters in stack height while only gaining 5 grams in weight. I will take them out on an A/B run with the version 1 in the forests of New Hampshire. Hello everybody, Sam from Road Trail Run. Today we're going to take a look at the NNormal Kjerag 2 and compare in an A/B test run to version 1 of the Kilian shoe and also the Eluzine shoe, which has already proven itself in 2025. So what are the big changes? Well, the 2 gets 2.5 millimeters more stack height of a brand new TPE supercritical foam, yet it only gains 5 grams over version 1. We also have a new matrix upper that is lighter, softer than the old version, which is here. We get considerably more padding around the collars, and we get a stretch knit tongue here that connects as a gusset down below versus the leatherette here. So you can see right away in terms of the toe box, and both of these are my 8.5, that version 1 appears to be kind of more form-fitting than the broader version 2 versus version 1. You'll see as I comment on the fit that these ran very long. I could have sized down half a size, whereas here they fit truer to size. Although I think if you have a very broad to very broad foot, you might size up half here, but I'm truer to size now in version 2 than 1. In terms of the outsoles, identical as far as I can tell, and you can see both with 3.5 millimeter lugs and kind of a broad pattern for multi-uses. Platform stays exactly the same in terms of width at 80 millimeter heel, 55 millimeter midfoot, 105 forefoot. I'm going to take them out now for a jaunt here on these trails, which are, I would say, a combination of fairly easy and moderately technical, so a pretty good test. Not a lot of vertical here, but sharp, steep hills. So I'll be giving you some commentary from the run as I go along. Stay tuned, please. So our version 1 has quite a bit of length. You can see more than a thumb, whereas here we are at about a thumb. So lengthwise, the version 2 is true to size, whereas the version 1, a little broader fitting up front, well held. That big toe bumper helps, but it's generally a bit more relaxed fit in version 1 than version 2. So I'm on the smooth. I'm going to give you some first thoughts about the ride, comparatively speaking. So version 1 with less, 2.5 millimeters less stack height and barely 5 grams less weight. We're at 220 grams, 7.8 ounces in my US 8.5, and the 2 is less shoe. The new foam in version 2 is more reactive, more cushioned, in no way mushy or soft. This definitely extends the range of the Kjerag, as Kilian proved with his magnificent 3rd place at Western States. The version 1 feels a little closer to the ground, maybe a bit more agile and quick, but not really by much. Version 2, a bit more shoe, very comfortable, more comfortable than version 1, where the mesh is kind of stiff. That knit tongue, we'll see when things get rocky, but allows your foot to fold forward nicely on the uphills. I found that in some other runs. Clearly some attention was definitely made to how the shoe flexes going uphill, or the whole shoe. That means the upper as well. With the knit tongue here, I can really feel my foot driving forward very nicely. So I go up this little hill. Well, the grip I'm sure is fine, though we don't have deep lugs. This is a very kind of flexible any surface outsole. So, some comparisons. Obviously, the Salomon S Lab Pulsar 4, which is has, I would say, a more stable heel, a bit more cushion there, a very supportive rear of the shoe, given its really high tongue and the construction back there. It has a dual foam construction, supercritical underfoot, and then, denser EVA below. Maybe a bit more protective. This one is more kind of consistent and smoother feeling underfoot, and with the upper lighter. In the US 8.5 EU 42, the Pulsar is 20 grams or 0.7 ounces heavier. So I would say Pulsar sort of has the rear feel of a solid ultra shoe, and then a very protective front for technical terrain. Whereas here we're kind of smooth and consistent all the way through. The Pulsar 4 has a very similar fit, maybe a bit more dialed in overall compared to this. Sportiva, another one, energetic ride. The Prodigio Pro from, I prefer the upper here. Sportiva Prodigio upper is kind of stiff, although it's very supportive. The Prodigio, I think, will go a bit further from most than our new Kjerag, although in kind of thinking about it here, the Kjerag is a great choice for most of us, if you have runs between 10 and 30 kilometers on just about any terrain, including smooth stuff, technical. It's a very, very versatile platform, and so light at that 8 ounces, or 8 ounces, 7.8 ounces, 220 grams in a US 8.5. The only shoe that gets close, I think, is a bit more cushioned and stable is the incredible Norda 005. Almost exactly the same weight on a broader platform. Really shines, although its upper is also a very light reinforced. It's Dyneema. Here we have Matrix, the Kevlar fibers. This one, the rear hold is a little bit better. I think the Norda will go, for most of us, a bit further, although its pricier. It's $325, I think, versus $195 here. Full review real soon, but I think this is a worthy upgrade with more cushion, a more dynamic midsole, only 5 grams heavier for 2.5 millimeters more stack, and with the same outsole, a more comfortable, kind of smoother, very elegant upper here. They've done a good job. Thank you very much for watching.